TruflatioNation, Sunday, bloody Sunday. We're here. It's Sunday. Markets are shut. Government is shut. But we still go. Our data feeds still work. So go check out Truflation.com right now. It's, government's shut. I mentioned that yesterday. Today, sort of Yellen's out there complaining about the economic perils that will happen when the government shuts down. And that's why we've built out Truflation to avoid such issues. The data still keeps coming in. We've automated this process. The methodology is embedded in our algorithms, and those algorithms are distributing the data through our node network operations and our partnership with Chainlink onto the blockchain and onto the website. So we've automated all of this. And anytime you want to download the data or have an API or be able to integrate that into your DeFi protocol, you can still do that. And the data feeds still come in. So who knows? Maybe we won't have an announcement in October for the September inflation metrics because everything was shut down. But you still get the numbers from Truflation.com. That's what we hear about. And anyway, we're on a big road show. We've got lots going on. We were just in Singapore, as you know. I've just been in New York, as you know. And I'm off to Barcelona, as you know. And then after that, we'll have a couple of other interesting destinations. We're ramping up our activity, our engagement. We now believe this is an amazing time to really show what the systems can do. How can we stress test this? How can we build this? How can we scale this into other markets, as well as adding new data feeds? We're constantly doing that, as well as finding new data partners to bring and help us acquire and aggregate whole new sources of data that are very difficult to come by. And we're doing this on a fraction of the cost of what it would take and what the government institutions are charging or are costing ultimately, because it's ultimately tax dollars, right? And if you've been paying attention to our last episodes, you will have always noticed that basically we're getting to a point where 50% of tax income for the government, which is basically pretty much all of their income, is going towards servicing the debt. And that's paying interest on the debt, not servicing and amortizing the debt, paying back the debt. It's actually going towards paying the interest on the debt. So what do we do with that? How do we, why is that? And is that an effective use of tax dollars? This is why we are in a government shutdown right now, because of that fact that they are not managing their household very well. The budget deficit, the incentives are misaligned, and we need to realign those incentives. That's what needs to happen. We've been talking about that on our Uncut podcast. If you haven't listened to it, go to the Uncut podcast once a week with Omar Yeha at ZK Sync. We have a weekly chat on greenflation, hypeflation, greedflation, and all sorts of physical optimization. Always be learning mentally and physically, improving oneself. So we cover off a lot of topics on that. But there, we also talk about what we need to do to align incentives, to get those incentives aligned so that the government is working in optimal step. I'll have some insights around what we suggest the UK does. UK is suffering with high inflation, about to go into recession, and is really struggling with what they could do. So I have a couple of ideas. We've been talking about some of those ideas. We'll flesh those out, but I'll give you a teaser in Truflation on Monday. So today, enjoy Sunday, Bloody Sunday, which is actually a very bad day if you're in Ireland, but everywhere else, it was a great song, and it would hit the hot top charts. U2, I don't know if you remember that, but I still do. I grew up in that age group, so I am a bit more senior in that. But look, will we continue to bring you Truflation numbers, even if the government can't? So have a great Sunday. Enjoy this day, and look forward to seeing you on Monday. I will be in Barcelona when I report to you on Monday. See you then. Bye for now.